Angela Craig sat in the ER for the third time in a week, dizzy, weak, and unable to speak. Her husband, a respected dentist, stood by her side, a picture of concern. But what doctors didn't yet know was that he'd allegedly poisoned her twice before. This is the story of a mother of 6, a seemingly idyllic family life in a quiet Colorado community. But beneath the surface, a marriage was crumbling, and a plan, chilling in its calculated nature, was allegedly unfolding over days, not in a sudden act of violence, but in silence, with the insidious weaponization of trust. James and Angela Craig were pillars of their community in Aurora, Colorado. He, a successful and well-regarded dentist. She, a dedicated mother to their 6 children. Married for 23 years, they presented an image of stability and success. They were members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, their lives seemingly intertwined with family and faith. But behind closed doors, cracks were emerging. The marriage, it's now alleged, was deeply troubled. Financial strain weighed heavily on the family. James Craig's dental practice reportedly carried significant debt, facing payments of $18,000 monthly. His business partner, Dr. Ryan Redfern, had in January 2023 informed Craig of the need for drastic measures, increased work, reduced travel, and a significant pay cut. Compounding these issues were allegations of infidelity. Prosecutors claimed James Craig was involved in an affair with another dentist, a woman from Texas named Karen Kane. While the defense would later argue Angela was aware of multiple affairs, this alleged relationship would emerge as a significant point in the unfolding tragedy. In early March 2023, Angela Craig began experiencing alarming symptoms. On March 6th, she was admitted to the emergency room, complaining of severe dizziness, nausea, and weakness. Doctors were puzzled, unable to pinpoint the cause. She was treated and released, but her condition soon deteriorated. Prosecutors allege that her husband, James, was systematically poisoning her. The method, seemingly innocuous: her daily protein shakes. Autopsy reports later revealed the presence of both cyanide and tetrahydrozoline, a chemical found in eye drops, in her system. Arsenic was also detected, indicating a calculated and multifaceted attack. On March 9th, Angela was back in the ER, her symptoms worsening. Again, doctors struggled to find a diagnosis. She was discharged, only to collapse definitively on March 15th. This time, her condition was critical. She was unresponsive, her body failing. Medical staff observed her husband administering a liquid into her IV drip while she was hospitalized, a detail that would later prove chillingly significant. Angela Craig remained on life support. Suspicion began to mount, even as Angela lay fighting for her life. On March 15th, Dr. Ryan Redfern, James Craig's business partner, made a crucial discovery. A package had arrived at their dental office containing potassium cyanide. Concerned, Redfern reportedly confronted Craig, who allegedly claimed the package was for a friend. Unconvinced, Redfern alerted hospital staff, initiating a formal investigation. The investigation quickly uncovered a damning digital trail. Law enforcement obtained warrants for James Craig's electronic devices. His internet search history revealed a chilling fascination with poisons and their effects. Queries included: how to make a murder look like a heart attack? Is arsenic detectable in an autopsy? Undetectable poison? And how long does it take to die from arsenic poisoning? The evidence continued to accumulate. Investigators discovered that James Craig had made online purchases of various poisons, including arsenic, potassium cyanide, and oleandrin. The package of potassium cyanide, discovered by his business partner, was directly linked to these purchases. Further examination of Angela's email accounts revealed suspicious communications. Emails, allegedly sent by James Craig, pretending to be Angela, suggested she was experiencing depression and even contemplating suicide. a stark contrast to her real-life demeanor and the testimony of her daughters. Angela's own phone searches, however, focused on medical symptoms, not self-harm. Surveillance footage and co-worker statements further complicated James Craig's narrative. Co-workers reported peculiar behavior and unusual orders for chemicals. Inconsistencies in Craig's various explanations for Angela's illness and his actions raised red flags for investigators. The tampered protein shakes, identified as the likely delivery method for the poisons, became a central piece of physical evidence. On March 18, 2023, Angela Craig succumbed to the poisoning. She was 43 years old. Shortly thereafter, James Craig was arrested. He was charged with first-degree murder. Further investigation led to additional charges, solicitation to commit murder, as he allegedly attempted to hire an inmate to kill the lead detective, and solicitation to commit perjury, accused of trying to persuade individuals to falsely testify that Angela planned to take her own life. James Craig has pleaded not guilty to all charges. As of July 2025, his trial is ongoing, capturing significant media attention, particularly in Colorado. If convicted of first-degree murder, he faces a mandatory sentence of life in prison, without the possibility of parole. The alleged mistress, Karen Kane, was not charged in connection with Angela Craig's death, but her relationship with James Craig became a central point in the prosecution's argument regarding motive, alongside his deepening financial troubles. Angela's daughters have testified, refuting the defense's claims of their mother's suicidal ideation, painting a picture of a loving mother with plans for the future. One daughter also revealed that her father, from jail, asked her to destroy a laptop and plant a false video in a desperate attempt to frame Angela's death as a suicide. The case of Angela Craig's death is a chilling study in the nature of slow, deliberate betrayal. It highlights not a sudden act of rage, but an alleged calculated plot, unfolded in the quiet moments of a shared home, turning trust into a weapon. Angela Craig, a wife and mother, placed her trust in the person closest to her. Her passing, allegedly orchestrated with such cold precision, leaves behind a legacy of profound grief and a haunting question. What happens when the very foundation of intimacy is poisoned?